Hello, friends and strangers, and welcome back to Esquie's Nest, and of course Expedition 33, on our search for a boat. So let's just go in and see what awaits us. So far, not that much. Also, I want to quickly say that this is a nest. And maybe we already get to see something.
Interesting decor.
Huh.
Esquie is said to feed on light.
Are you okay, Maya?
I don't know. Getting a bit of deja vu again.
The light here. It feels a little... I don't know. Yeah.
Okay, I wanted to say something about, like, well, because it's a nest, what kind of being has a nest? The first two things I thought about in terms of mime, in terms of game, would be a bird or a spider. But for some reason, looking at all of these make me think butterfly. All of these lanterns, also more floating lanterns, so that is definitely not a visual glitch. That is supposed to be like that. They're just floating lanterns. I mean, there's other stuff that's floating, so it's not like it's that weird. How do we get back up if we jump down there? Well, one way to figure out. We should not have done that. Oh, we can just climb. Okay. Hello! What do you have? More of your cool baguette outfit for us? How much does this actually do to you? I mean, we're just gonna apply foretell, which doesn't do that much. Oh, it doesn't even do the break build-up. Ew.
Flames. On me.
Well,
A storm is coming.
I'm gonna try to slow you. Maybe we can do something with that. Now we're gonna go with one of the newer ones. Okay, that did something considering how much defense these guys have. That is not the lowest number. Sadly, don't really have something that we can do here. And also not really here. So just basics. And we're gonna try parrying. Well, 2 out of 3. I would say that is better than nothing, right? I don't think the mark is gonna help that much. But the numbers are still kind of good. So let's try. Oh, we're close. Close to being able to break. Actually, just saying that feels super weird, because it's like I have my HSL break account, so the word has lost its meaning in this kind of situation. Okay. Trying to parry that worked incredibly well, absolutely perfect. Please come back. We're gonna have to break to stun so that you do not.
Not looking good.
And you probably have to actually heal yourself. Nope. Why would you?
Here we go.
Why would you not? Well, I should have just... That was a mistake. We're gonna just hope that it doesn't matter and that we just do enough damage to kill here. Right? We're just gonna pray. Pierce has done incredible numbers. Never scared in the first place. Okay, parrying the weird hammer combo of the mines. Of the mines, yes, they are mines, not mimes. But yeah, parrying that combo definitely is very different. You know, we have them, and I don't use them that often, so why not?
Great.
Odd-looking mushroom. The fact that it glows means I didn't read that fully. The fact that it glows means it probably should not be consumed. You know, that goes for any mushroom you just find lying around. Unless you have the expertise to actually know what they are, you shouldn't. But we did just get the cool outfit for... Do we now have it for, like, everyone? Well, you don't really have it. But close enough. I said something about this being unserious, but, like, if we have matching outfits, then why not for at least a little bit? Maybe I will change that. I mean, the big part that I find unserious about it is the baguette on the back. It is literally just that. It's like, if that wasn't there, I wouldn't even care. But that part just makes me go, eh, why? It doesn't need to be there. Can we climb somewhere around here? Maybe here? We can roll down. And we can climb up there. Okay, yeah. So everything is fine, and it's another one of you. You run away. There's nothing else so far. Okay. I guess we gotta chase the ball. Last time you got stuck on something. Will this happen today as well? Ooh. Those are some big things, but they're turned to stone? It looks like even some kind of potential crown or halo on this head. And weird light. Yeah. We have to, like, get you to this point. And now you can't go anymore.
Watch out! Okay.
Well, we tried. I'm really not that...
Here's your card.
Not that good yet at... I don't know, the parry time is just very... How do I say this?
Ice. Shut.
Very precise.
Danger.
That was far too early. But I said something about that before, of like how the abilities of the enemies sometimes really don't feel like...
Eyes don't lie.
How they are... Oh, we don't have enough for that.
Fun.
Can, however, just do that.
A storm is coming.
Is that full for breaking? Well,
Ready to evade. Brace yourself. It's locked on you. Ready to evade.
huh.
Ready.
Why specifically was it Lune who counterattacked? We blocked all on Mael as well. I forgot what I was saying before because I'm now completely just sitting here like, yes. Yeah, no, I'm completely and utterly... you still have 2 foretell. We could exhaust those for damage. The only attack we have can break requires too much. I want to see actually the difference of like the basic ability, its damage. Well, that should be pretty efficient.
Feel the burn.
We're not probably gonna get too much, but Pierce will just finish. Yeah. What was I talking about? God dang it, I completely lost it. I was talking about like how the enemy's attacks sometimes are really weird in their timing. How they're incredibly like... I think I talked about it again, it's like it has both like the Elden Ring syndrome as well as like Jedi Fallen Order syndrome. The super slow wind up and then lightning quick execution a la Elden Ring, or the, well, your movement, your character, your weapon, anything around just have a lot of movement, but then the actual attack is just like only the final little tiny bit, and it's really weird to figure out like what is actually an attack and what is just character movement for, well, for aesthetics purpose. Is that all that was down here? Feels a bit weird that we have this entire area and even have this point with all of these big... Probably... Again, I'm going to say, like... Well, I don't know if they are petrified. What are Nevrons made out of? Some of the others felt like they were mostly made out of some metal here and there. But we also fought the one that was tending to the flowers. That one had no metal bits in it. So... Maybe they're like made out of whatever the hell is just around. They don't really have like the one thing that they are made out of. They don't really have that one thing that gives them form. It's different for like all of them. They're also in the walls. They look like they actually might be like part of the same stone. They're also somewhat, not entirely, they're, maybe it's the lighting, but they also somewhat look similar to the weird stone grove in Lumiere. There's another big one that we came out of. They're all over the place. And that entire wall is full of scribblings of some kind. Probably made by something as big as these guys. None of that really gives us any info into anything useful right now. Well, there's more big ones over there. I mean, up there. That's one. That's an arm of another. There's another one. There's one. Okay, but what does it mean? That's like the interesting part, right? Are they actually like petrified, or are they more like they were made out of stone anyway, and once they quote-unquote died or whatever happened to them? Similar to how the... How do you get up there? Okay, it seems to be like there's a way out. So, let's actually... I want to look at that a bit. Explore as well. But yeah, similar to the Gestrals, who also, like, they can come back from being dead. They can be reborn. Maybe it's something similar. It doesn't seem like there's a way out from here. We're just gonna... There is a rope over there. So we're going to get over there in some way, and that is going to that. Okay. So it's an extra way later, and so probably is that over there. Couldn't see anything where we can go up there. Okay, so let's just continue for now. But how the gestrels just stop moving, lose all their color? Someone said that they become trees. And they just stand around like that until they get reborn. Oh, it's this deeper sludge. Huh. But it doesn't do anything to us. There also isn't anything in here. It's just aesthetically not necessarily pleasing sludge. Okay. Gonna be honest, don't know what I expected, but I expected some kind of enemies to potentially welcome us, quote unquote. Right? Like normally when you meet a new place, go into a new place, you always are
We can use that.
met by some of the inhabitants. And with something that is called a nest. I really expected to have something. I said, again, I said it about like potentially birds or spiders. But now I was thinking like for some reason these lanterns make me think butterfly. Don't ask me why, that's just what comes to mind when I look at that. And if I think about what animal is associated with that. Now, butterflies don't really have like nests. That's an interesting mask. It looks similar to the big mask that was on top of this on the world map.
No Esquie.
Bonjour, mes amis.
Hey, bonjour mon ami. Ciel?
What? I don't know. He seems nice.
Oh, it's you. Hello again, my terrible swimmer friend. You finally come to learn to swim?
No. I'm not that fond of water.
Actually, that's sort of why we're here. We need to cross the sea. Golger said you could help.
Mon ami, a rolling stone gathers no moss.
Pardon me?
In the stories, they say Esquie likes to speak in riddles.
In what way?
I don't get it.
We really need to cross the sea. Would you please help us?
There's a lot of you to carry. I'm strong, but I'm not that strong. I will need Flory,
Who's Flory?
one of my rocks.
Rocks.
See? Flory helps me swim. But Flory was stolen by my arch nemesis. One whose every step shakes the foundation of the world. The one known as... François.
Okay.
Let me guess. Francois is located deep in Nevron-infested territory, right?
Oh no. He's right next door. Over there.
Oh,
François is my neighbor.
okay. Well, I guess we could take a look.
Fantastic. Good luck, mes amis. Please, bring Flory back to me.
You seem to know me.
Yes.
How? I don't understand.
Men trip not on mountains. They stumble upon stones.
Okay.
Thank you for asking the question, CL, because I would have asked that question as well. What could the riddles mean? I mean, a rolling stone gathers no moss is not really a riddle, it's actually like an old saying. I just don't fully remember what it means. I also think we've seen the baguette enough. Like, I don't know. Maybe I'll keep it for a little bit, but well, with a character like that, it feels okay. It doesn't ruin the mood, because the mood is already weird. Also, so there have been multiple of Esquie, or of his quote-unquote race or species.
The more information we get, the more questions I have.
You okay, Sia?
Yeah. Esquie is surprising.
It is somewhat weird, isn't it? That he seemingly knows her. I mean, from where? The only place that we know of him is from stories. So how would he know of one of us if we don't really have like a full-on grasp of him, right? We don't have like an actual knowledge and understanding. We have just very bare bones ideas. So that's very, very weird. And brings me back to one of... Oh, I thought we could actually go through here.
Oh, lovely.
No hidden walls in this game. Okay. The... Also a different kind of... Is it a mask? Is it just a symbol? Definitely something. In that one underwater area, Flying Waters, we got an entire underground city that looks similar to Lumiere, and actually on the backtracking I saw that it is actually called like Lumiere Streets or something like that. Literally meaning that potentially it is even something from the city. So I'm thinking, could most of the things in here on this continent be from the city in some way, shape or form? Do we just not know? Because of whatever reason, which we will probably find out in some time. But could it just be, this is looking like a boss arena, could it just be that we are actually potentially in some kind of weird, I don't know, like parts of the civilization got cut off and we are seeing the remnants here that through whatever happened in the fracture evolved into all of this? Or is the idea that I had with like a time loop, because we literally saw that one, what do you call that in English? The pillar with all the newspapers on it. We saw that it was talking about the expedition, or at least something about an expedition. Doesn't necessarily need to be one of the hundreds that we're trying to do now, right? Maybe there was something else that inspired this. And especially with this whole thing being like something that we know from stories, I'm thinking even more that like some of whatever happened in... Ooh, I want to go there. That feels like it's something special, so actually we're gonna go here first. So that I can talk a bit more about this and don't have to interrupt my own thoughts. And explore. Could it be that the expedition... Like that there was some expedition, completely whatever, who cares, in the past, and it was something important for the city, but that, like, the old history got lost for somehow, and now we just have this city that doesn't really know what to do with it, and because in the old stories expedition was something so interesting that is a thing that they are now doing because of that. Just like we now are meeting a character from a story, that these are, like, our antagonist is the Paintress. She paints things, and oh my god, you're gonna make me jump. Okay, actually worked. I could have probably jumped back, goddammit. Like, potentially painting... I mean, a painting can also tell a story. You can make a picture that I think I've gotten stuck. No, I've not. You can potentially, like, I mean, comics would like be the direct thing of a painted story, so to speak. You can do things like that. So could it be that this whole thing, the jar, the Nevron we could talk to, said that they were painted by the Paintress? Well, actually, he just called her a mistress, so and we assumed it is the Paintress, but who else? We don't have any other idea right now, really. And even the Gestrals are talking about that they have been painted. So could it be that the Paintress has made this all from stories? Could that be the essence of it, that we are living in a world that's just made by stories? I am going to get rid of this partially ridiculous outfit. I don't know, I really don't like it. And again, it's fine like this, it's just like, why the baguette? But yeah, that's where my thoughts are right now, like, could it be that this is all like old stories somehow brought to life? Which also brings back to the thing that I said about the Gestrals, where I was comparing it to Nier Automata. How the machines only copy humans. I could be completely wrong, of course, but like, there are themings in here that go in that general direction. Is that the rock?
There's nothing here.
Who dares enter my lair? You can't just walk into someone's home without knocking. That is incredibly rude.
Is that... Are you Francois? He's just a talking rock.
Wait, I thought Florrie was the rock.
A rock? I am not a rock. Do you have rocks for eyes? You certainly have rocks for brains. I am clearly a turtle. Esquie! Stop sending hooligans over here!
Stop being a meanie. They're nice humans.
Then keep them on your side of the caves! Now get off my lawn!
It's okay. We'll leave. We're just here for Florrie.
So, not only are you intruding, you're here to steal? Oh my word! Humans! Well, over my dead body! Rah!
That was incredible voice acting, like, really. What exactly are we fighting here? What are you? I mean, you said you're not a rock, but that doesn't help.
Here's your card.
We could actually, yeah, we can. We can do one hit. And then do spot. Start the burn. See how much health you have. Not that much. You don't need that much. Okay. Excuse me? We can't use any skills, so basic attack it is. I mean, we do damage. That was too late again. Oh god. I mean...
Blades. On me.
We're just gonna put on the burn and hope that you burn too. Okay. Oh god, oh god, oh god, oh god, oh god. Okay, a bit early. That was too I mean, I've never done it, so actually let's do it for once. Oh, goddammit, but you get to go first. Okay, maybe we can do it this time. No. No, I cannot. But we actually have to win. Okay, it's a gimmick fight. But, like... Are we even in the right here? We don't have to see this again. We have to hold. Every button has to be hold. That's fine. Just... Okay, so bigger damage would be cool, but we don't really get to do big damage. Unless we mark. Okay, you know what? We're gonna do one hit. But the marking will not do anything, because it's gonna get consumed by whatever we do then. We're gonna do this to just get rid of everything you have, and then...
Flames on me.
Because we're not necessarily gonna get too much out of it. Okay, so... Wait a little bit. Wait until now. Okay, that was much better. And maybe we can... I mean, we're not gonna do damage, but maybe we can slow you? You're a turtle. You're slow by nature, right? Okay, we're getting one more turn in. That's already something. You're not gonna be the one who's gonna do the most damage. You're not supposed to, necessarily. We don't have enough. We don't have enough. Okay, this looks somewhat better. God damn! Why am I like this? Okay. We could do Rain of Fire and just burn you to the ground, right? Okay, that worked very well. But Luna doesn't get XP because she died. And we got Augmented First Strike. 50% increased damage on the first hit, once per battle. What if we have an incredibly strong attack we can do? We may only need one attack. Oh, it's only hit, actually. It's not even attack, it's one specific hit. So multi-hits don't work with that.
Okay, let's put an end to this foolishness. I need to sleep like a turtle.
So, what's the deal with this? Esquie said you stole the rock. You say we are going to steal from you, so... What's actually going on here?
All this trouble for a tiny rock.
Probably not a tiny rock.
Take it and never come back.
Francois, you got smashed.
But know that I will never stop chasing you.
But you can't move.
Scram!
Is he actually going to move? We can talk to him again. Do you have anything else going on here? You seem to be just two very weird, not necessarily full friends, neighbors, and that's it. What's happened if you talk to you again? You can give him back his stinking stone. I don't care. Now scram. Okay, so it actually you did steal it then. Then I don't feel that bad. You just confirmed that it is actually Esquie's rock. Okay. I can very much live with that. Actually, do have some more wonderful level ups. I say wonderful because, again, they're probably questionable in what I do with them. And you have to figure out what I'm gonna do with you, actually. Not entirely sure so far. Oh, okay, now this is where you're supposed to then go here to have an easier way back.
Francois and Esquie are very different from Gestrels and Nevrons.
You think the Paintress created them too?
If not, who else?
Maybe they came from another world.
Okay, if any other person would have said that, I would have just been like, yeah, maybe, who knows, but since Esquie seems to know you, but you don't, and my whole idea about stories coming to life, hold that thought, maybe? I mean, we really don't know anything about this place yet. We also don't know anything about the Paintress, or the old man, or the woman with the mask that was very interested in Mael. We have no clue about those two. We know nothing. Very, very weird.
Oh? You got Flory. That's not Flory.
What do you mean, that's not Flory?
Ha! I never had Flory! Your rock is still on the Stone Wave Cliffs!
But he got me good.
Wait, does this mean you won't help us?
If you promise to get me Flory, then we can be buddies.
Can't you swim without Flory? We saw you flying just now.
Oh, you're much too heavy. I need my rocks.
Your rocks.
Alas, I've lost them all. I can do much more than swim. I can fly into space. I used to fly all the time with my best friend Verso.
We'll help you find your stones.
Oh, how lovely of you.
Wait, Francois said the Stone Wave Cliffs. Where's that?
All the way to the north. Just aim for the big 33. Ooh, I'll meet you outside. Ah!
Oops. I have a thought when we're on the topic of stories in general. What is the thing that old stories have that newer stories seem to somewhat lack a little bit? If we're gonna really be honest here. Old stories were like fairy tales, where a moral was there, right? Old Greek theater had morals. There always was like a very clear good and bad. Nowadays it's very morally ambiguous and we're all in the grey zone and we want morally complex characters that are more interesting, but like older stories are very clear cut, right? They have a purpose, a very direct purpose. In a similar sense, a lot of stories are an expression of something that the author sometimes has gone through. They sometimes take on very interesting topics to, I don't know, not to mask them, but to maybe have them not at the forefront because the topic itself might be a bit too difficult. Also, yeah, we have seen expedition members like this that all have like turned to stone like that. It has the same weird... Yeah, like the streaks of color that I've been referring to for some time. It has the same weird pattern. So that could actually be related to chroma, as I once said. But yeah, like our characters are... I mean, let's just be honest here. They're all having a pretty hard time, because like all of their friends died. Like, the entire expedition pretty much died. Actually, not the entire expedition. We know already from that one merchant in Jestro village that we can find another expedition member. So we will get someone else. So not everyone, but like most everyone. We saw the Gamage in Lumiere, how people literally just vanished before your eyes. And also like Gustav, who is really overprotective of Mael. They all have their little like things to work through. They all have the trauma also to work through with all the, again, the people around them just dying and whatnot. So I'm just questioning, like, could potentially certain things have happened that, I don't know. I'm feeling like the Paintress is someone that also has gone through her horrible hardships and may have escaped into a world of stories. That is what I'm trying to get at. I have gone in every other direction now with stories, but like, that's what I can get at, right? Because so far, this story is really much lacking any of that. It doesn't have like the good, the bad necessarily. Like, is the Paintress good or bad? We don't know anything about it. The people of Lumiere think she's bad because they vanished because of her. Are the Nevrons bad? Well, they attack us, but that's kind of it. We don't know anything about them, and with the flower one, it's like, maybe they're not even evil. Maybe they're just different. We don't know. There could actually be intelligent life. The Jestrels, they just want to fight and don't really care about anything else. A lot of that doesn't really feel like the, again, it's neither super morally complex, it is very simplistic in a lot of ways, but it also is lacking the, like, super direct good and evil thing. So that's why I'm questioning, like, what is the actual point of this story? And that's why I think my ideas come from, like, could it be with the idea of if this is actually, like, born from stories, maybe? Could it be that the Paintress made this as an escape for herself? And maybe certain things just don't work out or something. I don't know, it's a theory. I have said it now. If anything comes up that helps provide actual evidence for it or completely disproves it, then we can say I was wrong or right at that point. But right now I have said it, that is what I'm thinking. Right now, it's a bit weird, but maybe.
Expedition 66, Marcel. Damn you, Esquie, and your stupid mushrooms. Your friend ate them with no problem, but it also seems your friend was immortal. That's the sort of extremely relevant detail that you should mention at the start. Oh, stop crying. You're not the one about to die. I can't believe this is the end of our expedition. We've learned nothing and achieved nothing, and we're not even leaving anything useful for future expeditions. Damn it all, I should never have trusted a giant talking marshmallow. Great, and now I'm losing consciousness.
What? Are these diary entries or are these like their final thoughts? That's not a journal, that's like... That feels like it's even like a sarcastic comment about their final thoughts. No one writes like that or speaks like that. That's just... Huh. Going back to the, like, we don't know anything about this place. Like, there's... like a lot that we don't understand. Or rather, there's very few things that we actually do understand.
Nice.
Plus 1 AP on battle start. Ooh, that's something we should master. That's just good for everybody. Oh yeah, you have the roulette. It's a bit weird. Energizing star 3. So did I miss 1 and 2? The critical moment will probably never come into 15. That costs 15 po- oh god. Sure, buddy. Sure. If anything else that we don't really care about. You have stuff that I haven't leveled because... Well, because you're not in the team right now. Welp. Are we just gonna... No way back up? No way back up. This pillar has a completely different texture. That's another thing. Like, all things feel just completely... like they're just scrambled together. He wanted to meet us outside, but he meant on the world map, I guess. Okay. You still think we are very, very rude. Which... well, based on what happened, you're not entirely wrong. Poor Gustav. He had to yell mean things. Esquie, ability unlocked. Esquie can help you navigate impenetrable terrain to discover new areas in the on the continent. Call upon Esquie anytime on the continent by pressing X. Esquie will help you move over difficult terrain. Find the other stones to improve Esquie's abilities. Oh no! I did the overworld exploration a little bit last time, but now we have ways to potentially, like, go over this stuff. Okay, so where do we want to go first? Do we want to go first here? We're supposed to go all the way up to the north, he said. So this is where we're supposed to go. I kind of want to go around and explore. Really? Oh, and you can just... And now the movement is completely free. I gotta be honest, the like stuff in the background is really... Okay, no, we still can't move over it. Okay, we still would have to... like, get him back. The stuff in the background is like really out of focus and it looks kind of weird. I haven't really talked about it because for the most part it just...
Perfect.
For me personally it doesn't really affect anything and I don't really care. But I am thinking about it, it's like... how do people who actually have like a problem with motion sickness and stuff, how does this look to you? Twilight Quarry. Like, is this out of focus stuff something that's like really bad for you, or is it... What is this camera angle?
We can use that.
A music record, okay. Okay, we can't go there. Okay, we see when he can't go further than there. Can we go up? I have lost track of the character. Seems like there's nothing else here. I want to go in again and see if the camera angle is the same. Is that actually... It seems to be supposed like this. Why? This is so weird. And again, we can't really go anywhere, seemingly, so okay. We're just gonna leave. But that is a very weird way to do that. Like, why would you do that? It's not necessarily fun to look at. It is also so very dark, like, it's really not great. Like, even on this place, the camera just moves with your character, but in there it doesn't, it's completely static. Okay, so... we've been there, and it hasn't really been that great. We could go all the way back down. Go to this entire bit here. I kind of want to at least test that. There's also all of this. Okay, all the stuff has seemingly like respawned. We don't need to do that. We have a paint bridge. Can you? No. I just want to know if this turns out to not be that great of a place, then that is what it is.
We can use that.
Actually, now that I think about it, this looks like this is a place to go through to these other places. So if I do this, maybe to go to the other side, maybe even actually, now that I really think about it, this could even be a way to go over. Actually, this could also be it. Now we are here. What is this called? Ancient Gestural City. Okay, we see more of the buildings from potential Lumiere, so I'm interested. Okay. I've made up my mind. Because of the name of this, I'm hoping that this gives me interesting story and lore ideas and interpretations. That's why we're going in here. It's another place that is like this.
We can use that.
Another record, okay. But like, can we go through here at the end? No, we're just standing at a wall. Okay, so there's Gestrals, and it's the city ruins. Okay, that doesn't really give us anything. Because the ruins could have just been here and the Gestrals just did it. I don't think this is implying that the Gestrals made it or something. But wait! How do you get to this place then? Unless this is like a boat docking thing or so. That could be what it is. That maybe once we get Esquie's boat that we can actually like look around, stuff like that. Okay. Well, with things like that being a thing, I don't think it's a problem if I actually go to the other things and open them up. Like, I legitimately don't think it's even that much of a, like, time waste or something. Because there doesn't seem to be much in these places. Oh, we can still trigger combat. How strong are we? How weak are you? Okay, that's actually reasonable. That is not the attack I expected you to do. I didn't hit.
Here's your card.
Oh wait, you're flying, right? I forgot. We don't have much, but we can do it.
Feel the burn.
Okay, they're very weak, kind kind of. But we can still run into them. So Esquie does not protect us from combat. That is fine, he doesn't have to. What was this place again? Oh, that was the small version. Yeah, I remember that. And now I wanted to go up there, yes. We had all of these places. Also, I just remembered / saw something. This is one of the chromatic enemies. We found in Flying Waters a chromatic troubadour. I didn't remember that at first, but I've looked through the footage at this point. I've looked through stuff and started uploading, and I've seen that, and I was like, huh, interesting. Now that I actually know what that means, that chromatic has like an actual point to it, that was an interesting moment. So they're not always that ridiculously strong. They sometimes are completely fine. Yellow Harvest. Well, again, all the others were just a random one-off spot for music, so this is not. Well, Expedition member Nevron. And no place to go. We can climb. Okay, we have a place to go. Is there anything else hidden? Guess we're doing this place now. Will this place be a actual like move through zone? Okay. This is very awkward so far, but like whatever. It is what it is, and I'm just intrigued. So this was completely locked off and we can see it on the map. This is completely locked off. I think if we go through here, we come out at this point. Like here, somewhere. I think that is what it is. So this might actually be like an entire extra thing. With all of these. I think, as much as I want to do the detour, maybe we should do the main storage first, or I do all of this now, right? If I just commit to this and we're just gonna go through this again, why not? We're gonna go get a boat, right? I'm going to assume at this point that the boat will be, in fact, giving us an ability to go to other places, and to do that, we will, in fact, be getting... We can pick up things as Esquie. We will, in fact, be getting the ability to move around, as evidenced by this place over here. Right, and especially the potential boat here. I am going to assume that we can use the boat to go around. Once we do that, I think it signifies that we're kind of done with this place, and I think then we're going to do the extra stuff.
Vergier, Expedition 62. Eugène beat the rest of us to 100 kills, but I'm still 3 shy. I might need to do some solo hunting if I'm going to even up the score. Oh, I can hear a big Nev coming. They count for double. If I kill it quick, I can boost my score.
Well, we know how you probably died. But also interesting that you would even want to do something like that. Oh yeah, we have to go all the way. I was just looking at like, where actually is the way, but we haven't been able to get to this merchant.
This will be useful.
Energizing start, 1 AP on battle start. Wait, what? It's the same thing. This just costs 3 times as much. But it's the same goddamn thing. What? Oh, but you can unlock it in the... Once we master it, we have access to it with everybody. We could just have it passively. And since there is no limit apparently to how much passive stuff you can have, they balance it around that if you want it once, you can pay 5. If you want it more times, you need to pay extra. That actually makes some sense. We're not using marks enough that I think we're just gonna go with this. And then we can put some other stuff in here. I don't know how good roulette actually is. Like again, it's not like you lose your entire attack. But it's still just an RNG thing. I think I may at some point just also just not do it. For now, let's just go with Cleansing Tint. We need to figure out some extra thing. Actually, wait, no, I wanted to have Energizing Start instead of Rewarding Mark. That was the whole point. And then actually, can we do Rewarding Mark? Yeah. Again, we don't mark too often, but maybe at some point I will remember. Merchant. Care for a good deal? Oh yes. We got charming haircuts. And curly and bun braid. All for Gustav. Doesn't look... No, it does look some different. Yeah, okay, I see the difference now. No. Let's go with this for now. That fits maybe the very adread clothing style right now. Can you just run these over? No.
I am speed.
I mean, you actually are faster than us, so...
we go.
Have I been to this merchant? Yeah, seemingly so. There's a little camp here. And a lot of floating... what exactly? Oh.
Speed.
Are they parts of the lanterns here? And now we're supposed to go up there, but I kind of want to like go this way first. Oh. Can we talk to you? No. No. No, we cannot. Don't eat me. Well, I did not react fast enough to what potentially was happening. Well, we're not gonna win this, but we also have just not done any of our AoE things yet. Why did I even try to do that? Okay, that worked. That did not.
Today.
Welp. No. We're just gonna not do this one. No, we're just gonna say no for now. This one might be a tiny weensy bit too much. Oh my.
I am speed.
Why did you reset me to this?
Here we go.
Here we don't. What about the little thing beside you? Actually, I kind of... You know, I don't want to be reset again. I have not seen this before. Columnar jointing! For when you want a video game area to feel extra special or alien, you use a geometrical phenomenon. Not geometrical. Wait, geological phenomenon that most people find weird. Even though it's actually a completely, like, scientifically explainable thing.
I'm
and it's
tired.
completely fine.
Can we camp first?
Yes, we can absolutely go camping first. Probably also have some interactions. Or more of these.
I see why you like throwing rocks.
You've been quiet since you saw those people.
It felt like they knew me. Like, actually knew me. I don't understand what's happening. And I feel like I never understood. Like, I'm always missing something that everyone else just gets. In Lumiere, life never made sense, and I never fit, and now out here, when it was just starting to maybe feel good, then this happens, and...
Yeah. I hate it too. Things we don't understand. They just make us feel small and powerless. But it helps, you know, to focus on the things I do understand, on the people I care about and who care about me. And, you know, now I feel a little less lost, because at least we're lost together. What? What? Stop it. Too cheesy? No. Well, if it makes you feel better, I was even more lost when I was 16.
I heard that was because you were only thinking about girls.
Yep, but guess what? The girls weren't thinking about me at all.
I believe that.
Yeah. You can talk to me, you know. We're family. Well, that's what the paperwork says, at least.
Well, the paperwork probably says we're dead too, so...
Yeah, probably. Ooh, nice one.
I know.
I told you, don't get cocky. It was... okay.
You taught me great. Nah.
These are like nice father-daughter bonding time moments. What can we talk about that nightmare? Okay, what the hell was happening there? Gustav burning down the manor? That's what it looked like. All the people around Mael going away, that could just be her fears, right? Because she is younger, so when the next number hits, all the people in this expedition, like Gustav, for example, will go away. They will vanish in the Gommage, but she will stay. But everything else, it's like... There was also... It showed the number at like... Not the 33, but a higher number. That did not like 20... it did not look like 2 zeros. It was not a clean 100. It looked like it was something else. Could potentially be because of some weird visual quality thing that they're doing here. They're very artistic and stylistic in some cases. For the most part, I don't really talk about it because honestly it just all fits together. So I don't really have a comment on it. It just, most of the time I think the game looks pretty nice. But that one I'm like questioning, like, was that like a weird thing, or was it actually like not 100, and was it more than 100? Because if it was more, then the story we've been told so far isn't completely true, right? If it started somewhere else at an even higher number, then some of the things that we knew are not correct, and that could mean that potentially that's what it's all about. There's some things we don't know. That might also have something to do with Expedition 0 going even here, and it's the only one that came back. Maybe something back then changed the flow of things. I'm also still figuring out why Mael is so important. And a part of me even thinks like... Oh, there's Esquie, you know. Part of me even thinks like... Ridiculous theory, but like... If we're going with the time loop theory, which... I again kind of hope that that is not true, because I don't necessarily like it, but... Let's just say it is. Could Mael even be the weird woman in the mask? They looked... I don't know, for a moment they looked similar in that dream of hers, so maybe?
I haven't seen a human in so long. You're much tinier than I remember.
When was the last time you saw a human?
Oh, my best friend when he asked for my help.
Which was?
Your best friend is human? I thought Francois was your best friend.
Yes.
So, the last time Francois asked for your help, which right now you seem to be not the best of friends, that was when you saw a human. So, very, very, very undistinct time that could be potentially 50 years ago. Okay. Could also have been yesterday.
We finally found someone who loves rocks more than you.
So it seems.
I think you and Esquie are soulmates.
Oh.
Esquie must have experienced so much over the centuries.
You're gonna grill Esquie, aren't you?
A creature of legend? Yeah, just a little.
Well, makes sense. You are the one who always wants to seek answers. You must love this somewhat, right? First the gestuals, now that. You're like at home at this to like figure out what is true of the legends and what isn't.
I think you have a new best friend.
Esquie? Yeah. He's sweet. And somehow he knows I'm a terrible swimmer. When he said that, it made me think of, you know...
Yeah, I thought it might. After the beach, when I was alone, I almost,
I know.
Lune told you?
No, but I could fill in the blanks. And I understand. Better than anyone. You know that. I'm just glad Lune found you. Before it was too late. Just like whoever found me. I like having you in my life.
Same.
Good night, Gustav.
What did you do in your past? We're probably gonna get more on that later. But that seems to... back to the trauma part. Again, I'm not gonna go into that right now, because we're probably gonna explore it anyway in the story. And when we really get into it... I mean... then, like, we're into it anyway. So then we can, like, fully focus on it, but... Well, we don't have too much else to do. Actually, we do have one thing. We have new music. Let's go with Lights of the Past. Didn't find anything for these, but could upgrade our characters a bit more. Do we want to keep going with the idea that we're gonna do everyone the same? I kind of do. Even though that's probably not necessarily the best way to do it, but... that is the way I have chosen. Okay, we don't use you right now, so you're not that important. We can do free upgrades, so I think we're gonna do those upgrades for the characters that we actually use at the moment. And for the weapons we use on them at the moment. We're probably gonna get more of these anyway. Also, I just realized they go up to level 20. We're gonna have to find so much more materials. Like, actually... there is a lot of stuff that still has to happen. Don't have anything to do with other people, so write in the journal. Writes about Esquie and how incredible it is to travel on such a legendary creature. He hopes that one day his apprentices will read everything he wrote.
For those who come after.
Current objective, cross Stone Wave Cliffs to find Florrie, Esquie's pet rock that enables him to swim. That sounds so goddamn wholesome. But I have the feeling that it's not gonna be for some reason. We don't have much more to do.
can't see, those who know not that they are not, and those who live, blithe and free, sins forgotten, and thus absolved, a fresh dawn in their playground, while we live in shadows, swimming in ink. We are but a fragile dream, a singular weed, resisting, ever resisting, that iron dirt, that eternal law. Those who can't see, those who know not that they are not. Do you know? We are fellows, those who know not that they are not.
Does she mean that as in like fake people? Are the ruins of Lumiere that we see on this continent like the actual original Lumiere, and the Lumiere that we are now coming from is a copy? That would also somewhat go with the ideas of some other things, that this is maybe made from a story. It could work in that regard. But like, yeah, we know more ruins floating around. We will get our answers at some point.
Wanna go for a ride? Apparently, that was where people went on dates, you know? What do you think happened in those cabins?
No, actually, my guess is this was Expedition 50. You see, they created this giant wheel, and they tried to cross the world.
Okay, Professor.
Mes amis, Florie's close. I can feel it.
Come on, you can fly. Can't you get Flora yourself?
Oh no, too much effort.
So, wait. Esquie is that powerful?
Apparently so, but also lazy.
All right, let's go.
What a weird creature.
Number one, he could help us out some more if he wants to, but I guess he doesn't want to. Number two, so they do kind of know what this is. But probably also only from like historic stories before the world became like this. They don't like know. They don't have something like this. They have never seen it really. They only know from stories. Like, a lot of it really feels like they're living in a fake city. But for what purpose? There's a lot of stuff that just isn't explained yet, that it isn't clear. Okay. Be careful, things might be falling. This does not look stable. But oh well.
Well, that will help.
We're putting up a flag anyway. Yeah, a lot of stuff might be hinting at something like that. That the city isn't necessarily what it seems to be. We didn't have enough column jointing. We now need it as a creature. It looks cool and interesting, and I want to fight it. Is that a good idea? The game is probably saying no. Also, wait, big 78. Okay, fine. We fight first, and then we're gonna look around and figure stuff out. What are you? No name, so are you a normal enemy? Kind of don't believe that. We could go with... No, we don't have anything that does multi-hit. I'm just gonna go for Spark, because... Burn 3, okay. Resistant. Well, that is something we should have thought about. Makes a lot of sense.
Better stain them.
Okay. Fire not good. What about ice?
Ice? Shut up!
Okay, you're weak to ice. That was pretty good. We don't have ice. We have physical though. Doesn't do too much for you. Nah, we're just gonna... Holy, that third one hit hard. That's probably the roulette at work. We can do the thermal transfer because you're weak to ice, so this should do some okay damage.
I'm ready.
Shields its allies, which is only itself. I want to do the pierce. So, I'm gonna shoot you twice. And then boom. Confident. Take 50% less damage but can't be healed. I don't think I want to use that. But yeah, this entire thing, it has the 78 on it. That's a big sword. It seems to be part of a Nevron.
We can use that.
But that is not a Nevron sword, or is it? Maybe it is. 50% increased break damage on counter-attack. Interesting. Maybe I have to think about that a bit. But yeah, like this whole thing, what is that? These big tubes. Or like one big tube. That even has the weird stone growth from the city in it. Yeah.
The 78. Max Arms. Stealing the airships. But we knew we had to try, and it worked. We deserve strong leaders, not those old fools on the council hiding under the dome. Under their control, our people are condemned to a slow, inevitable extinction. Their timid half-steps achieve nothing. The answers are not in Lumiere. They are out here. Our only choice is to take matters into our own hands. Fortune favors the bold. We must forge ahead with conviction.
Okay. Airships. Now that I look at it with the lighting being a bit different, no, it's not the same the flesh grove, I say stone grove. It's just normal stone. But it still has grown completely in, kind of. We've seen that with other things, that certain things seem to just phase through one another in this place. It happens too often to be like a random coincidence or some kind of rendering error or something. At this point I really feel like it's deliberate. Or what is that actually fully signifying? That's the question, right? What are the developers really hinting at when they do that? I'm trying to figure it out. Like, I'm trying to actually think about that. In that specific way. Like, what does it actually mean? What are we supposed to do? That is what we're supposed to hit. Actually, that's fine. There's no fall damage. It goes into the same direction though again, with my idea of like how it feels like things are copied from a story. The city might be not necessarily real, it might be a fake city.
We can use that.
Or rather, what I want to say with that is, I said it before in Flying Waters, Bloodborne DLC vibes, but like, the entire idea of the Bloodborne DLC, of the Hunter's Nightmare, a big part of the first like area of the DLC is that it is a copy of the city of Yharnam, but from fragmented memories, so the gaps are filled in with random stone growth. Doesn't like weird stone that just grows in places and just kind of seems to phase through stuff evoke something very similar? Like, it really feels just like it could be. It could be. I'm not entirely sure that it is. I don't have the answers yet, but again, there are bits and pieces here that just feel a certain way. And again, maybe I'm just wrong, maybe I'm reading too much into it. But so far the game hasn't proven me wrong, it also hasn't proven me right, it hasn't proven anything.
What have we here?
Gonna figure it out at some point. Oh, new enemy, that is big sword. Incredibly big sword. Or something. Wait, what the hell is your design?
Spill some ink.
Okay, first... Whoops, sorry. First and foremost, that is not how you hold a sword. Secondly, it looks like wax. Yeah, that looks really like melted wax. You dodged. Oh, you're flying. Oh, you're one of those things. Oh, it's gonna be fun. Actually, we only need 2 for the focus, so we can get you another headshot. And then we can do focused foretell on the one that's not going to dodge. And we can hopefully get rid of you before we even know what you do. And maybe we can slow you down so that we get an extra turn.
Careful now.
I'll do it.
Holy! Okay. You call the cultist and you can just, like, use blood sword. Sure, buddy. Sure. Wait, we are already in patrols.
Ready.
I got overexcited. That was a shield. I'm an idiot. Ah, that is the good part. That is the very good stuff.
I saw your future.
Okay, you're weak to dark. So our new character is, of course, gonna be one of the most important characters here. As it is most of the time. Energizing pain. No longer gain AP on parry, but +1 on getting hit. Like per hit? And we got a new dark weapon. I think if they are weak to dark, we should maybe think about that. Also, sun skills always apply 10 foretell, but all damage taken is double. Excuse me. I'm not so sure if I want to actually use that. That is a bit much. I guess we could level her to get more actually, she has more health than the other characters anyway, doesn't she? Okay, Lune also has, like, obscene health. Mal doesn't. I'm gonna test it for a moment. Why am I yawning? God damn it. I'm going to test it for a moment, but like, that is... I'm not so sure. And then getting hit, I'm not sure if that's that great either. More expedition members. Impaled on the wax sword. But also on one of these, like... I don't know, street lamps. I guess that they could become some kind of street lantern or something. Or they're just decoration.
Lizette, 56th. In my youth, I mistook drama for passion. Simone helped me understand the difference. Opened my eyes to an entirely different way to experience the world. How can she be gone? How could they so callously, so nonchalantly destroy such a beautiful soul? Vile, vile, vile! They just killed her, like she was a worthless Nevron. Those cold-blooded, treacherous, despicable parasites. But Night Trap worked. We caught one of those white-haired bastards. She looks human, but I know she's a monster. She refuses to speak, but I'll make her talk, and then I will feed her to a Nevron. And the Paintress can take me. I don't care. Nothing matters. I will have justice.
White-haired bastards. The man with the white hair and the woman with him. The white hair is just a sign of age. So some more people have survived. And like what happened to our expedition... Or maybe it was the same people. Maybe it was the same people. Could also be. But yeah, like our expedition was attacked by that man, some of the other expeditions were too. But I mean, I guess it makes sense, right? We wouldn't be the first expedition to witness this. We're not weak to fire, but we can't make you weak. Maybe that could be good. And then we do have Low dark damage, 2 hits, apply foretell. Actually, yeah, let's do that. It is not that low, actually. That's pretty good. And now that you're potentially weak to fire, we should do some fire damage to all of them.
I'll do it. Ready to evade.
Works pretty well.
Careful now.
The fact that they just... God dang it. That they just gained so many shields is kind of just... If you don't do that dodge counter correctly, it's gonna be pretty bad. We can probably just
on me.
kill you. And then also because...
Eyes don't lie.
Yeah. Okay. Not that bad so far. We learned the energizing start 3, but I actually want to learn the other one because that is cheaper. But they are called cultists. It's very different from the other things we've found so far. Like, we had a portier as an enemy, we had some very normal named things, but a cultist, that evokes something. Something very, very specific that's a bit different. What way to go? I'm gonna assume that the big open hole is the way to go, and so we're gonna go here first. Also the part that they don't look like any of the other enemies that we've seen, like really look at them. The waxiness is very, very different from the other Nephrons we've seen, but they also like cloak themselves like this. And this one, it seems like it has like a metal skin, which is very Nevron-esque again. But like most of the other Nevrons that we've seen so far are very clear, like creatures. This has clothing. It's more like a person. Of course, it potentially depends on like if they're painted by the Paintress. What are they painted at, right? Are they just painted as like a creature and that's what they are and why they are like this? Or does it potentially have something to do with... I forgot that these are flying enemies. God dang it. Should I actually try to hit the flying swirls? No. Game does not light up if we just hover over them. Well, I'm gonna go with the wildfire once again in the hopes that we hit. Which we do. Because we just do.
It's locked on you.
That's not what we should always expect and stuff, but you know, good nonetheless. Yay, we have energizing start. Now we can easily put that on anybody. Any and everybody. Play first. We just... You can unlock that for... How much does that cost? $10. What? Are you... What? We can take energizing starch off of you, and I wanted to put first strike on, but actually, do we want you to go first? I mean, maybe. And then we're gonna just activate energizing start like this. You have energizing start free. Do we want you to keep that? Or do we want to give you something else? I wanna level a lot of these, right? So even though that is right now... Oh, this is also what gives you that much health. This is why you're so healthy. Okay, actually we're gonna keep it then. I'm gonna put the other energizing star on you. Damage to stun target. I mean 1 AP on jump counterattack. We're doing that right now against the normal enemies, so why not? Free aim damage would just be useful because we're doing free aim anyway, right? Right now we're just doing that, and then this can also go with marking shots. You just have enough that we can just... Where is it? Energizing start. We can just put that on you. And you also have enough to just put it on you, and I don't have to really think about it right now. Then again, stun boost. We don't stun enough, so I'm not sure. Like I'm really... Yeah, it's just... We're just not doing that. Don't think I want to do this. Break damage on counterattack, we're just gonna put that on right now. And increase counterattack damage. That can stay, and increased break damage right now can also stay. So far should be fine. But the play first one is... I mean, isn't that just completely... The more I say it, the more I'm like, is it actually broken? Because if we attack them, we get to play first anyway. And since we can respec our characters, we can tune their speed how we want them to act in order that we want to. If you want to min-max, that doesn't sound that important. It could be important for, like, boss fights.
This will be useful.
But I'm not sure that it is that important. Are you the same as before? Seemingly, yes. Oh, I didn't read it. It's you. I know you. What do you mean you know us? I've seen you countless times. Yet I've never grasped your essence. You are not from here. From here. This place was made to bring joy, not pain. Yet pain is everywhere. Like the creature of darkness at the end of this path. It is but one of her many creations. Beautiful in its own way, but deadly. Her favorite combination. Do you mean the Paintress? Why is she doing this? Or a creature of darkness? No, I actually want to know, like, why is she doing this? I don't know. I wish I knew. It is not like her. Well, I didn't expect a straight answer, but we did get something. It is not like her, but you also called it her favorite combination, which would mean that it is like her. She was my best friend. But she outgrew us. She had more important things, more important friends. She left me behind. The boy has gone silent. You also wear clothes. You're an echo of some past thing that has happened. But like, you knew the Paintress. The Paintress had more important friends. What could that mean? And also the fact about like her favorite combination. Something that's beautiful but also deadly. But then also that she like, this is not like her. But she definitely has made this whole place. Back to what Sophie said at the start of like, is the Paintress stuck in the cycle? Is she maybe not actually wanting to do some of this? Huh. There is a lot that I think I haven't leveled you up in some time. Forgive me. I think we're gonna go back to just old, reliable stuff. But there seems to be some very interesting things going on here. About just how... I don't know how to say it really, but like... I can't count. That's the first thing. Or maybe that's because I was talking. Could be both. Could be a mixture of both. Maybe I should just finish this and then talk. That probably is the better way. Do we go for more health? Honestly, why the hell not? You scale with it right now. And I don't think I can even really get much. Actually, we can for you. Protecting allies by taking damage in their place for 2 turns. I don't think that is necessarily what I want to go. Actually, I wanted to go into combustion. I wanted to go for full burn with you. I think that hasn't changed. We don't have enough points. We don't have enough points. Actually, we could get something over there. Medium single target, 2 to 6 hits, uses weapon element, applies foretell. Costs 7 though. That is a lot. I'm not sure if that is necessarily what we want to go into. I'm gonna think this over. I think this could be very good. Medium single target damage, heals all allies by 30% health, and consumes foretell to increase the heal. I think I read this wrong the first time I read it, and I said it is only healing herself. But I think this would be something that I might want to save for. And we can actually rest, because we potentially want it. So, yeah, overall, back to the theories that I just had talked about, of like, how this whole place feels like it could potentially copy something. And harkening back to like the idea of the copies not learning. Could this also been something like, okay, what if the Paintress has painted things for a long time, and then suddenly a group of quote-unquote new friends came in and wanted her to paint something new, right? Could she be influenced? Could she be just a young woman or a little girl who wanted stories, and someone else saw her power and tried to usurp it, and that's why things went bad? Could it be something like that? Well, anyway, I'm not gonna find the answer right now. I'm just gonna keep theorizing, because the game is actually throwing a little bits and pieces at us here and there. And we're gonna see what this creature of darkness is about, and the boat that we see in front of us, next time. So, hope you enjoyed, as always. Have a nice day, till next time, bye bye. And stare into the sunset, or what I assume is a sunset.